All right, let's go. Right now in the 5 series, we're going to look at Psych records from around the world. All right, we're going to look at 5 Psych records from different countries from around the world. And we're going to start off with Lula Cortez, Rosa Desange. Now this guy, Lula Cortez, he's almost like a mythical figure, right? He made his first album, it was an album called Satwa. It's straight up psych folk, it's kind of out there. He did an album called Satwa. His second album is an album called Peya Biru. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. That album is a mythical album because that album there was a flood and the copies were all lost. There were only like 20 or 50 copies saved. Hence that record, the originals of that record are super rare. It's been reissued, and even the reissues they go for a ton of money. Then he did this record. What happened with this record? This is the last of his Psych records, right? And when he was recording this record, he signed a major record deal, and he put out a record on this major record label, which was more of a pop kind of record, more of a tamer record. And for whatever reason, that record label was so furious about this record that they destroyed all of the copies of it. I know it's a crazy story, but that's what it is. This record is absolutely insane. It's like fuzzed out rock, jungle grooves, ethno folk. It's just deep out there psychedelia. Look at the cover. I mean, this record is, as you just have to submit to this record and it will be a worthwhile trip, literally a trip. Rosa Desange, Lula Cortez. Kind of a long intro, but I had to break down that guy because he was such a character. I think he's passed away now. Fantasy, getting back down to earth. Fantasy are a 5-piece group from Florida, I think. This album's great psych record. This is like you get Jefferson Airplane vibes from it, kind of groovy 60s psych. It's like a bopper like of a record. Tight instrumentation, great vocals. It's just 60s groovy records. Just to rehash, this is Brazilian, this is American, right? Keeping with that international theme. Fantasy, great psych record. Now we're headed to Korea. This record, this is Shun Jong Hyun and Yup Jones. How do I describe this record? It's bluesy psych, but the band is super tight, in pocket, stripped down, straight to the point, precise and accurate. It's fuzzed out. It just gives you underground vibes, right? And this is just everything I want in a psych record. And the fact that he's singing and wailing in Korean just takes it to a whole other level. This is a record that I give the 2 thumbs up to. It's just, as I said, it's just stripped down to the core. I can't think of another group. There's another group I could compare them to, but I can't think of them now, and it's going to bug me. So I just won't compare them to another group. It's just stripped down, raw, psych, and the band is super tight. Right, super tight. It takes on a great journey. This record here, Half Breed, Keith Hartley. Come on, man. One of my favourite covers. This is out of London, right? This is a London record on the Duram label. One of my favourite labels for 60s psych. And it's really more of a blues record, really. I wouldn't say it's more of a blues record. It's deeply entrenched. Both feet. He's jumped into the blues pond with this record, but because of the instrumentation and because of the feeling around it and the general sort of like esoteric vibe, it makes it psychedelic. You know, it makes it psych, and this is like a great record. I love this record. It's got some toe tapping stompers too. It's just this is just what I look for in psych, basically, even though it's kind of blues. Anyway. Keith Hartley. This is out of England. So that's the 4th country. I'm trying to do this country thing. Yeah. Mash McCann out of Canada. This is another bluesy psych record. It's kind of like, it's bluesy, psych, heavy, but also kind of like eerie and ethereal at times too. It takes you on a journey. Great vocals, really hard hitting psych, but it's not way out there. It's something that you can process and comprehend and chill out to. All right, Mash McCann. So there you go. That's the 5, right? 5 psych records from 5 different countries. What do you think about that? Hi-Fi Recluse, good fine records. Let's get it.